In ancient times, there was a boy named Varadraj in a Gurukul. He was mentally challenged and thus a slow learner. For this reason, he often became the object of laughter for the other students. The principal of the Gurukul used to make a lot of effort on him, but due to his weak memory, he used to forget whatever he learned very soon. Even after many efforts, he failed in the examination again. The principal finally gave up and said to him, "Son Varadraj, I have tried everything I could. Now it would be appropriate that you do not waste your time anymore. Go home and help your family in work." Varadraj too somehow accepted that he was not destined for education and left the Gurukul with a heavy heart. He started for home, but there were so many questions running through his mind. How would he face his parents? How would he answer them? When people find out that he was unfit to study at the Gurukul, how would he face them? With these thoughts in his mind and a heavy heart, he had reached very close to his village. But the sun was harsh and it was getting too hot, so he decided to take some rest. On that scorching summer afternoon, everything seemed to be burning in the hot sunlight, and he was miserable with hunger too. So he sat under a tree and started eating the food which he had brought from the Gurukul. There was a well nearby, where a lot of people were standing to quench their thirst. Everyone was drawing out buckets of water from the well one by one and gulping down the refreshing water. In this process of drawing out water, the repeated rubbing of the rope against the wall of the well had formed an impression on the stone wall. The more people were taking out water, the deeper the impression on that stone began. Varadraj was sitting silently and watching all this. Suddenly, a thought popped in his mind. He began to think that if merely a mild jute rope could make its mark on such a hard stone, then why couldn't he succeed? He wondered, after all, my mind is not harder than the stone. This realization gave Varadraj a ray of hope. In that moment of pause, the inspiration within him awakened. He immediately stood up and decided that he would go back to the Gurukul and would start studying again. He had almost reached home, but he did not go home and return to the Gurukul. His companions were surprised to see him back. But this time, his inner willpower had awakened. On his sincere persuasion and humble prayers, Guruji allowed him to resume his studies. This time, Varadraj worked hard day and night. Seeing the dedication in his practice, his teachers also provided him full support. And when the result of the examination was declared, the entire Gurukul was shocked. Varadraj had not only passed, but also secured the first position in the entire school. This boy, who was once considered foolish, went on to become a great scholar of Sanskrit. He composed some unparalleled texts. His students considered it as a matter of pride to be his disciple. But all this did not happen by any magic. This amazing result stemmed from the unfailing power of determination and practice. It was only and only due to practice and a strong willpower that this impossible task was made possible.